Oh shit. We are in the building.
We got action.
We are live Attitude Era Podcast. I am King HP, General Manager of the Click. And you know the guy. You know the guy. He needs no introduction. The Archie Carter, the greatest heel in podcast wrestling today. I gotta go back to that because I think people forgot. You know what
Name
I'm
so
saying?
nice you gotta say it twice. AC, AC. You feel me?
Hey, I can't be mad, brother. I
We in the
can't be mad.
building, man. We in the building. And there was some other folks in the building tonight. And we gonna get there. HP, you know what it is. The doors to the church are now open.
Hey, I like the way SmackDown ended. I'm not gonna sit here and start gloating on SmackDown. SmackDown. No, ain't doing that. However, I like the way it ended. Cody Rhodes giving a little promo. Jay Uso comes out to, you know what I'm saying, big surprise for the crowd, nice little pop. You know what I'm saying? John Cena can come out. He bring out his tag team partner. A whole lot of boos. You know how that goes. But there were some things that got said in tonight's promo. Between these two, I like to bring a couple of highlights. You know what I'm saying? John Cena telling them straight to their face, uh, uh, you are want to be me and blah blah blah. That was cool. That was cool. But but Logan Paul talking about you nepo babies out here talking about Jay Uso and Cody Rhodes. You nepo babies out here being born on third, thinking that you hit a triple. I think that could be a issue with WWE right now because there is a lot of
That's
remember
a
Tiffany
bar.
Stratton.
That's a
Yeah, it
bar.
was a bar.
Had to
It
mute my
was
mic for a second. I bought this watch, right? And I don't know how to cut the alarm off. So it goes off like this time every night. So I had to mute myself. But Logan Paul, come on, man. He said what he said.
he said what he said. He stood on it. Hey, and yo, hey, Polo, it was when he dropped that shit. You know the way he did it, the delivery. It start. Nome is right around the corner. URL just dropped 2 announcements. Check it out.
Oh
Just
yeah, I was
John John
already
the
looking
Gnome.
at flights. The thing is, I said that on this podcast before. When you talk about nepotism and people being born with certain things, it's some people who don't know what they have because they always had it.
Yeah, yeah,
Telling
and
somebody they born on third and thinking they hit a triple is crazy.
it's crazy.
I don't know who wrote that, but that's a bar. That's
That
a bar, and it's a bar coming from Logan Paul because I don't really know his background, but we've seen the Paul brothers grind. Like we watched them grow
Yep.
from what I'm saying, a few people to like worldwide celebrities, and for the Paul brothers are phenomenons, and they're businessmen, entrepreneurs. Prime is like has taken over. The boxing thing. Logan was boxing before Jake started doing the celebrity exhibition matches. So we've watched these Paul brothers grind it out, and a lot of people won't give him credit for that. But hey, I give credit where it's due, and that was a bar. He cooked. I didn't think when you have John Cena, Cody Rhodes, and a ring full of established superstars that the person we talking about is the social media influencer part timer.
I'm gonna agree with you 100% on that, brother, because you're right. Those are the guys that are gonna cook. You know it. But that bar, it's gonna stick with me because I've always said things like people standing on the shoulders of giants thinking that they're flying, and now they want to spit on people because they think they're that high up. That in that iteration of but that whole you were born on third thinking you hit a triple.
That's tough. That's tough.
That shit literally changed. Yo, Cody Rhodes had to go
I could
deep down
see
in his bag.
Cody
Huh?
Rhodes and Jay Uso losing this match.
Oh, you talking about Money in the Bank?
I could see them losing this match.
I I think it's good for them to lose. To be honest, I think John Cena needs them. Not needs it, but if you want to keep his tour going strong, the win would help.
Yeah, Polo. Yeah,
Logan.
Logan was talking like he was a horseman. Yeah, shout out to the horseman in the chat. Shout out to the click. the people that keep this Wednesday Night War thing going on. If you don't know what the Wednesday Night Wars is, tap in this Wednesday at 8:30 because we have a great time on Wednesday. We take a topic and we go to battle with two teams. How do you get on the team? Just join the membership. Real easy. $1.99 get you in the door. HP, he got t-shirts, we got merch, but most importantly, we have you, the coolest and dopest chat on the internet, and we have a good time right here on Wednesday nights, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. HP, do we want to let them know right now, or did we agree that about Friday nights yet? While we got their attention.
Let's just hold off a little bit.
Okay,
I think we should let them know on Wednesday or no, maybe Wednesday might be too late.
we got
If
something
people
to
be
tell
like,
y'all. Between Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, we'll tell y'all. So that's that. Back to SmackDown. What else we got, HP? What else was notable and noteworthy tonight? Because I got
oh,
something I didn't like, but I don't know really what you do with this particular superstar at this time.
mm, a couple things, right? The girls started the night off, and they started off cooking Bianca Belair and Naomi. I kind of
That's
don't
where I was
like the
going.
late.
That's
Oh,
exactly where I
you
was
were
going.
going with that? Oh, I do want to hear definitely what your take is then, because the thing I don't like is the gaps in timeline. You know what I mean? Like this happened months ago. Where we finally got the reveal. Like what was it? So Elimination Chamber. Elimination Chamber. It was complete. Like that was Jade coming back to beat that ass. We knew, and then it's like kind of
Because I think
died
Jay
down.
went out in like November or something. She was out a very long time. And that was my
Long
point. Since Jade, since she's been back, it's done nothing for her.
nothing. Nothing. It's almost like it's stale. It almost like it is stale because Naomi got a quick loss to her, and
Naomi
then
is
Naomi seems like she's
slowly
doing
turning
something.
the tide on a lot of people. A lot of people are really enjoying the work Naomi's doing.
And that's why I was just getting say it. Like it seems like it's doing more for Naomi than it did for Jade, because Jade just comes out to beat Naomi up. Nothing else going for her. Naomi, yeah, I get beat up, but guess what? I'm in this qualifying match. I'm about to whoop some
I'm
ass.
winning. I'm winning.
I'm winning. I got a feud with Bianca as well that's cooking, and Jade is still like,
I would
okay, I got
much
the match
rather
with you.
win ugly than
And
lose
what?
pretty.
And, and Naomi's kind of doing that.
She's
Naomi,
reinvented herself, and people like Hill Naomi. And I'm normally not a fan of the social media stuff a lot of wrestlers do. Hey, y'all need to chill out with Bailey on the boat. All right, y'all got a little too excited about Bailey on
barely
the
on the
boat.
boat.
Bailey
Barely on
on
the
the
boat.
boat. I like the way Naomi's been using her social media. Like she's really leaning into it. So Jay was supposed to come back and be damn near on a Goldberg type streak. Like I'm full of vengeance.
Yes.
I'm on revenge. Not only is the storm coming, the storm is here. That's it. I'm snatching wigs. I'm breaking nails. I'm clocking teeth. Whatever the girls do these days, and it's just been kind of lackluster.
Yeah, I think you're 100% correct. I think with Jade fizzling out, and there's no other storyline. She lost her qualifying match. She continues to lose. Even when she doesn't lose, it's just like, what?
And it's
Okay, what else we
only
got going
sad
on?
because you could just stand Jade Cargill anywhere on earth, anywhere on this earth, and she would draw money.
Yes, yes, 100%. When you look like that, the storm. You know what's crazy? And it just dawned on me. The storm is coming, right? And you got this motherfucker looking like a whole X-Men out here, like for
Yeah,
real. You
that's what it
know,
was. She looks she's damn near out of the comic book.
yes. There's no reason she shouldn't be pushed. And I know we say about wrestling ability and skills,
Jatenda,
but
I
let me
don't
tell you something.
know
WWE doesn't give a shit.
in 6 months if they can turn that around. What title would she have?
I just seen Vinny say it too. Vinny said that U.S. Championship, Zelina ain't cooking. She just be a monster with it, and it's be very hard to beat her. But the girls that do beat her, going after that mid card title. You know how I love my mid tier titles are the wrestling girls, the girls who can really get in there and chain wrestle, really work joints, really tell a story with their abilities. And Jade could look very dominant because Ultimate Warrior was a goddamn champion, and to this day, people always talk about him, and he couldn't wrestle a lick. If they can get him over,
Here's the
Jade
thing,
Cargill is
HP. You know that because you're damn near wrestling almanac, right? You remember these things. A lot of people made their mistakes when it wasn't no social media.
okay.
Nowadays, if you do something a split second off or something wrong, it's going to glow. It's global before you get home.
Yeah,
So that social media thing, it's a lot of superstars who probably wouldn't have had careers if social media existed when they were in the ring. And now that WWE controls their library, we know for a fact they edit some of the footage. They
yeah,
edit the
that's crazy.
crowd chants, they blur out faces, they clip parts of matches. So the history is whatever they say it is. So you had to be there, right? Social media changed that. It's a lot of people who
It's crazy.
wouldn't really cut it because that social media influence is tough. It can end the career.
You know, it's funny we talking about
And
this, right?
people love, I don't mean to cut you off, but
No,
I'm
go ahead,
feeling
go ahead.
kind of soapboxy. As much as people say they love wrestling, wrestling fans, a lot of them, don't like women's wrestling. They don't. So when women do quote unquote botch, we hate that word, a misstep, a miscue, it's such a huge deal, right? Because you really don't like what you're seeing in the ring. And that's sad because we said WWE, especially NXT, has the best women's roster in wrestling right now.
And they're trying to change it all of a sudden. Because guess what? They talking about Stephanie Vicur going to Raw. Julia, matter of fact, Roxanne went to Raw.
Stephanie's on Raw
Julia
too.
came up. Yeah, it's some shit going on. Um, and it's good for women's wrestling. However, when we talk about that U.S. title and Jade, one thing I didn't like, like I said, I didn't like it, but Julia backstage is talking to Zelina Vega, talking about I see you, but I see that title more.
My only thing is who's gonna chase? That's the most important part of a title reign. The chaser. You a man that indulge in the spirits and drinks. Sometimes you need a good chaser.
Yeah,
If there's not a good chase, if it wasn't a good chase, OJ Simpson wouldn't have made the news because we all watched that Bronco speed down. You know what I'm saying? It's across California.
it was a great
Terrible,
chase.
terrible example of what I'm saying, but it's the chase. It's LeBron catching that shot from the back because he chased it down, right? It's somebody running 50 yards full speed to tackle the person who had the wide open touchdown. It's the chase. In wrestling, it's the chase. Without a good chase, you have
You,
a CR
you
type
have
run.
the Cody Rhodes Championship. You got the Jey Uso Championship, the Gunther Championship. Nobody was chasing. All your top stars never mentioned being world champion. They took a year off
And the
when Roman
titles
Reigns had it.
aren't even the main thing in the
No,
company right now. Even
no,
last
there's
year, it was
trash.
the Ula Fala and it was the
The
bracelet.
bracelet. Yep, yep, yep. And nobody went at the mid tiers to say like, I got my eye on the US. The mid tiers were like every time there was a new thing, like the elimination chamber match, the mid tier champions were like, oh, they're in a qualifying match. Why? You have your own belt. Don't let because you're not gonna win it. They're not gonna do that. So don't even put those guys in it. Don't put those guys in. I hate that shit. Anyway, that's off
Yeah.
my.
I just don't like, and that just further leads to WWE because Jade is somewhat still kind of new in the wrestling business. The new talent is not being established or put over. Penta shoulders have seen the mat. Ray Phoenix shoulders have seen the mat. Jade Cargill shoulders have seen the mat. In a return, it's just I don't know where the buildup of the new star is because without that, you don't even have nobody to chase. And even your new stars are in things. Brian Breaker is in a main storyline. Bronson Reed is in a main storyline. They're not in the title picture.
They're not in the
And
title
that
picture.
was the downfall of the Roman Reigns title being so long. You had 8 to 10 superstars involved in one story. So nobody really got built, and it wasn't a real chase. It was one story. So speaking
The thing
of,
about
what's
that
up with
story,
Big Jim? What's up with Big Jim? I felt like Big Jim might have chilled with Solo in him tonight, low key.
I, I wonder what they're about to do with that because Jim Uso is in a weird place, and WWE's it's their fault. They don't know how to listen to people. There is a point where people saying Jimmy is more interesting than Jay, but Jay got the title because the merch and the blah 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 blah. But I think with Jimmy, man, WWE got to do something quick. Either tag him or don't tag him. Let him go for the U.S. title. We never got that U.S. title. Hey, remember when Shinsuke Nakamura was walking behind him, looking at him? It's like, oh shit. It's a whole bunch of bullshit for nothing, right? There was your U.S. champion eyeing somebody in the background
Bro, they
as if to
start
say,
and stop, start and stop. It's no payoffs in anything anymore. Like there's just no
yeah.
payoffs in nothing.
So that's part of the issue too.
But that
Uh,
conversation about Jimmy is a recent conversation. That's not an old
yeah,
conversation. That's a recent thing. It's
yes.
just that's the part of the when that's the Marty Jannetty thing. When tag teams split up, sometimes it's casualties of war. Collateral damage is normally that partner who I
Yeah,
don't say don't quite have is not as popular as the one. Sean was the guy.
that is popular. Right, right.
Edge was the
They don't know
guy.
what to do with
Christian
the
had
other
a
guy.
great career, but Edge was the guy. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Matt and Jeff.
100%.
Matt Hardy can go, but Jeff Hardy was the guy.
The
So
guy. He was the guy.
every group has, you're not going to be equally as famous and grow. Even when the New Age Outlaws was doing anything, Billy Gunn went on a tear. So it's just
You remember when the natural disaster split and they went to the other company and one dude I forgot his new name, but the other dude they made him the shock master. Like they really had plans for him. They just tripped up. They was tripping.
speaking of that. If the Shockmaster had never tripped, do we think that would have been something? And
No,
I'm only saying that because this Wednesday on the Wednesday Night Wars, we are booking. We're taking 3 matches, changing the outcome of them, and saying if the Shockmaster had won, beat Flair, this happens, and this is how we would have booked it. So we're doing some fantasy booking when we go to war this
you
Wednesday.
know I love that.
But because that was a thing that died instantly. Soon as that thing
Right,
happened, it was dead.
but he killed it. I think it. I don't think it would have went anywhere. I think it would have fizzled itself out because it was really corny. But because it was promoted, the first time we have to judge if it's corny. You can't make it corny from Jump Street after promoting it, and it's like, oh my, like
But
we
then
as a
when you
fan,
have
oh
Sid
my
saying,
god,
I knew this shit was a bad idea, and Ric Flair, like, yo, what the hell is that? Like, in real time, it doesn't help. Now
yo,
imagine if see how that thing lives today. Imagine if they had social media back then.
oh my god.
So, chat, y'all got anything y'all want to touch on? Let me see what the chat talking about,
Oh
man.
yeah. We got a couple things. We got a couple things. Uh,
I'm just checking the chat. Yeah, Jordan Grace to SmackDown. Make Brian
Naomi,
and
Naomi
Bronson
won.
tag team
Na-
champions.
Naomi won, so let's keep that there. She won her qualifying match. We talk about Jade and Nia Jax, which I think for a second they were hinting towards some sort of alliance between Naomi and I almost called her Trinity, but Nia Jax because they're both bloodline related. I'm really looking for them to cash in on this, and they don't. But whatever. Or at least make them two because everyone wants to kick Naomi ass. She about to beef with Bianca. She got Jade every time Naomi comes out. Here comes Jade. Here
If
comes
they
Jade.
gave Naomi a heavy, we would definitely get. If Naomi and Nia Jax were a team, a heel team, that'd be crazy.
Yeah, I'm here for it.
That'd be crazy.
I am
That'd be
here
damn near
for it.
tag team champion worthy. because Naomi's gonna pop her. She gonna pop it. You know what I'm saying? And Naya's gonna get lean right into it. There'll be two
Yes.
nasty
Yes.
heels. You know
Yes.
what? That's a great name for them, nasty heels. You know what I'm saying?
Nasty heels.
It's just, and then she doing the caution thing. I can see them having matching gear and
Oh,
like,
and that's exactly what Nia Jax needs. Somebody who she can, like how Bianca got Jade and they got to be fly and do all these little TikToks. That's what Nia needs on the negative side, the heel side. Someone that she could be cool with instead of having like Tiffany Stratton be her little puppy. It's like, who asked we about to be? Oh, I see that. Oh, we should squash them. No, I'm gonna pop up on them. Oh, we gonna shine on them, girl. Like
yeah, I could
we
see
taking
them
them out
really
tonight.
doing a Shawn Michaels Diesel for real thing with that type of team. And it's then Naomi always getting a sneaky win. That'll be fire.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. And then when you look at
See,
Liv and
Mike, that's
Raquel,
the
because
question.
remember,
We don't know, but
well,
that'll be a
well,
fire team.
well, here's a great question because in the women's tag team side, there's only one set of belts to go around all shows, so they would have to see Liv and Raquel, and that's a great match because they're on different shows. So when they finally come around, you got a big match. It has big match, big fight feel. Man, fucking WWE, man. God damn. And then
I,
they gonna
I,
fucking they
I
I don't even
apply
know
for the
what they gonna
job
give us.
every 3 months. It's like paid in full. I watch paid in full at least once a year. I apply for
They
a
gonna
job
fuck
with the
around and give
WWE at
us
least once a year.
they gonna fuck around and give us Liv and Raquel versus the Hervis at WrestleMania or some shit and leave the Street Profits off defending their belts the night before and then
And
fire Cara or let her
they've killed
go.
Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green's done in the WWE. Like, it's a wrap.
They don't know what to do with her.
As good as she is, it's a wrap.
Bro, I wanna ask you this question now because I can see the look on your face. So I wanna ask you this question now. Hold on, I gotta make sure I'm perfectly worded and I'm perfectly
Yeah, I did it, and I hope they burn in hell. What movie
what you
was
just
that?
said,
Was
right?
it Unthinkable? Unthinkable Sam Jackson?
No. With Samuel L. Jackson with Matthew McConaughey was the lawyer and they raped his daughter. They raped. We can't say, you know what I'm saying? They raped his daughter and left her for dead, but she didn't die and she went home. A Time to Kill. Time to Kill.
Was that A Time to Kill?
Yeah.
Yeah, did it actually burn in hell? And
Yeah.
Unbreakable was the
He
one
stood
when
up
he
in the
did the thing with
courtroom.
the he was the interrogator.
He was
So
yeah, damn. He was
yeah.
like he was like a deep
He's like, we
government
gotta kill the kids. It's like, what?
yo, and he was not. Go see both of those movies, but don't watch A Time to Kill if you're drinking and you're around different demographics because it can make you look at them totally different. Um, it's a very emotional movie, right? Because
Yeah, did it? And I hope
it's a very
burn
emotional
in
movie.
hell.
Somebody do
Sam
something to your
Jackson's
daughter.
range as an actor needs to be studied because he was in Time to Kill. He died in Deep Blue Sea. He was in Pulp Fiction, Snakes on a Plane. He was in Coming to America. Like,
Yeah,
Sam
hey,
Jackson
don't
range
forget
is
he's Nick
crazy because
Fury.
he's
Hey,
the
he
same
Nick
person
Fury.
in everything.
Black Snake Moan, Nick Fury. You
That
know
was
what I'm
fire.
saying?
Last Thing Moment was fire.
Yeah. It's a vast range.
I got a question for you,
Uh
HP. Hey, if you're tuning into the show, sometimes we take little turns. You do your
yeah,
Marvel thing, you do your like drama suspense thing. Are you a horror movie guy?
I used to be. I'm not any longer.
Okay. I think I'm trying to
Very
get into the horror genre a little more. And I wanna, you know what I'm saying? Not
mm,
not just around Halloween when you watch the classics like Nightmare on M Street and Michael
yeah,
Myers, Halloween and all that. I'm talking
I
about like just casually on a
I
Tuesday.
I
I
stick
want
away from the horror genre. I stick away from it, brother. Stick away from it. I feel like there's certain energies on planet Earth that people are not allowed to play with. And when
don't
people
play
would
with it.
write
Don't play
whether
with it.
people wrote
Run,
Bibles,
run,
Qurans, the Emerald tablets, it
check
don't
that
matter.
thing.
They
Run.
were all written thousands of years ago, no matter what, right? And I also believe that because of that, there was energy. So every book has a little bit of something that's correct, a little bit of something that's some have more things that are correct than others. And we have invented so much stuff that we call things entertainment. Like we can dress up as everything, but really what you're doing, I feel like you're harnessing energy. And just like food, you are what you eat. So if you want to start having these type of dark energies
I'm
and
right there,
things
baby.
like
I'm
that,
right there. Speaking of, how's the weight
you know what I
loss
mean?
journey going? You going
Moderately bad. It's
moderately
not like
bad?
yeah, it's not like it's I'm off the deep
Moderately
end
bad is crazy.
because it's just we stuck, which is good because I haven't done much a shit, right? Uh, so it's good because it hasn't gone up. So that's so moderately bad because we're not like like
But you're
someone
still
be like, oh
trending in the right direction. I got you.
yeah, the cars started, the tires just started spinning. We didn't really go forward, but we didn't go in reverse. So that was
I
the
got you.
biggest thing. Like, hey, brother, can't go deeper in this mud. All right, so hey,
Because
let's speed
June
this
is
thing
what,
up.
like tomorrow? 2 days, and my I gotta get on the
Yeah.
scale. Gotta get on the scale, see if I hit my goal. I hit my goal, I'm sure. I just don't know how far
Cause that
under my
shit made it sound funny as hell. June is like when? Like tomorrow. Like
my
no,
birthday's
you
in a
got one
couple
more
of
day.
weeks. Oh
You
yeah,
got one
but
more day. Today's the 30th. But I will say this, going back to a little bit back to wrestling, a little back to that horror genre. Just watch what you intake into your because we always say things are now entertainment, right? But if years ago you would mess with these dark, like what's the difference of performing magic and rituals by studying X, Y, and Z, or always watching these dark horrors or these always, you know what I'm saying? Because you get desensitized, you put these things into your system.
well,
And I've
that's
never
the thing
seen,
right there. It's not so much as what's being cast on you, which happens because in the metaphysical world things are happening, right? It's the
yeah,
desensitization of things. And we can take that back to when we were kids, right? When we were kids and the
mhm.
bad guy on the TV, the bad guy had the sword, the beard, and the turban, right? So then later in life, when you see people who kind of look like that and things happen,
Insurgents.
you don't sympathize for them. And that's what it is. There's a lot of desensitization in things these days. And the more you see
Oh,
it,
do you really want to have that conversation now?
no, not tonight. We're not doing it tonight. We're gonna go back to wrestling. I just wanted to find some
Okay,
good horror movies. Foreign
okay.
films used to
But
be
yeah,
my
yeah.
thing, but a lot of foreign films are weird. It's like you got to really watch them. So
Oh, foreign films have no bounds to the amount of horror and gore that they'll put into some shit. So I definitely stick
Ichi
away
the
from.
Killer is a very gory, strange movie.
I try to watch when I do watch movies now, a lot of comedy. A lot of comedy. I want to laugh. I want to be in
I
that
heard that new
space.
Lilo and Stitch wasn't good, but I still haven't seen Sinners. I got till Tuesday, right?
Yes, brother, you do. Because come on, brother, we golly, we got to get it. I've watched both of those movies, the first ones, and at this point in my life, I ain't watching them again. And it's like, well, you scared? Like, no, bro, absolutely not.
Oh,
Like,
let me
I
see what
used
the
to
chat
love
got
horror.
going on. Black Snake Moan was fire. I only go to the movies for horror. Okay, Vinny said he liked the
Damn,
ambiance.
Adam, why you riding on me like this? You know how far my job is from my house.
Polo, I don't
You
know
know
what
there
they're
was a
doing with
time.
Ricky Saints. I don't know.
Hey, I'll tell you what they're doing, Ricky Saints. Nothing. WWE. Oh, let me go to the question I said I was gonna have, right? And I was gonna take my drink and we drifted. Archie said a little bit ago, going back, the Chelsea Greens, she was cooked, right? Like, 'cause it's just right. So the question I have, Archie, hold on, let me pull it up.
Uh-oh.
You
One
know,
v
got pull.
one.
Yeah. So I have said on numerous occasions recently that the WWE, and just bear with me, but they're a graveyard of sort where you come and get not a graveyard as far as like money and your popularity and stuff, but as far as your career and legacy. Like you're not going to get accolades coming to WWE, mm-mm. But you're going to get prestige, money, eyes. But if you go to the other places, the other organizations, you will get the prestige, you will get the accolades, but you won't get the eyes, you won't get the money, but you'll be a multi-time champion. But WWE probably won't count it if you ever come back for a Hall of Fame or you ever come back. Like they don't talk about how Naomi was a world champion in a different organization that
They
they
don't even
now
talk
do a
about
deal with.
R-Truth being a champion in TNA, so whatever. So
And they
but they
do a
made a
deal
big
with
deal
TNA
about
now.
Trick. Again, they write history how they want. Is this you trying to get me to admit
Damn.
I was wrong?
I'm not saying that you were wrong, but would you agree now?
In this case with Chelsea Green, you were absolutely right. Chelsea Green coming to the WWE, I don't feel really elevated her anyway.
I thought it did.
If you know her career, you know what she did on the Indies, you know what she did before WWE, you know what she did in Lucha Underground. I don't think it really elevated her, and if it did, it wasn't by much.
Right, right, and I think that's fair. That's a fair statement because I think WWE because there's so much eyes and the platform is so big. It's a bright lights. It's a Super Bowl of wrestling. But then you're like, well, hold on, man. Was she ever the guy? Was she ever top dog in the company? Because
No,
you know what I'm saying? When you're in AEW, when you're in Lucha Underground, when you're in TNA, when you're in these other promotions, Ring of Honor,
Chelsea Green
whatever,
would have been my women's champion over Tiffany Stratton.
and you've said this a few times.
And I'm a Tiffany Stratton, Tiffy time guy, but I feel like they don't know they're stuck with her too. It was like her end game was Charlotte Flair, and she did that already.
Did it. Moved on. And WWE, I feel like they're just, I feel, because if you go under WWE on Indeed or whatever job search site you use, you'll see WWE is still hiring, and writers is one of them. They have not filled that gap. It ain't gonna be for a while if they ever fill it. I think WWE is going through a lot of turmoil internally because they just don't know what to do without Vince. Vince was a true brain child. See, here's the problem with people like when the star leaves the group or the star or you kick the star out the group, right? You guys get so big, you're like, we don't really need him. You know what I'm saying? We can do this, right? Well, now it's your time to shine. And everyone's got these things where they can do, like I always said, Triple H is an entrance, certain parts of the story and stuff, Triple H can kill. When Triple H ran NXT, it was killer. Sean's running it now. Guess what? It's still killer. Just because you can run a small league doesn't mean you can run the NFL.
No,
It's a
no,
lot
not at
bigger.
all. Not at all.
And that's what I think we're starting to see. Yeah, you guys thought you could do it. You guys thought you had a handle on it. But when Vince is still in the driver's seat, it's okay to swerve a little bit. He'll bring you back. It's okay to, veer off. WWE this ain't no veer. This is a
They
turn.
say Vince started a new company, 14-1 or something. He started a new entertainment company.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, yeah. Vince
Oh
started
well, I look forward to it because honestly, Vince when he has
Vince
a dud, he
McMahon
has a
will
dud.
find his way back into the world of wrestling and or entertainment, and it looks like he's doing just that. He's gonna find a crack, and you know.
Let me give some shout out to because I don't want to be on here too long, but Ray Phoenix, Javion Evans versus Los Garza's fire fucking match, right? Uh, Javion Evans took the pin tonight. Look good doing it. Look good. You got the NXT guy getting a call up, not a real call up though. He's not like part of SmackDown. Just 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 show him some shit because Worlds Collide is coming up, and on Worlds Collides, it's first of all the NXT North American title is being defended at Worlds Collide, and that is I don't know what WWE is doing. They're just making a big ass WWE. That's what they're doing.
Well, that's what Triple H.
Because
Triple H is like a huge company where everybody wrestled with luchadors, and WWE just sliced the cake and got their piece of the pie with that. It's you're not doing enough with your regular talent, and now you're loaning them to other companies. Well, your
yeah,
company bought the company. Like you just, it's like an expansion team, and you just sending people to play for the expansion team. I think WWE's really the goal is really more global than it's ever been right now, and that's how you do it. You get into the markets, like Jay Z. When Jay Z was trying to get the grasp on the North in Philly, he got with state property. That was his way in. And he did it. So you got to get a way in, but you still have to take care of what you taking care of. WWE's expanding, and we talk about business a lot on here. Businesses fail when they expand too quick. Not saying WWE expanded too quick, but you mentioned they're hiring. Like we've never seen this much hiring and firing within the WWE.
that's a lot. It's a lot. Hey, I'm on Indeed. I be looking for just to see. WWE is always hiring.
Vinny, he got to
Always.
win one of the matches though, because he just took the loss to Randy Orton, which is a big, good looking match for him. But he took the loss there, and tonight he took the loss. But he got to get one. Same way I feel about Lash Legend, she got to get one.
I think Lash Legend is another one that needs to come up because, again, when you look at these rosters,
She's like the only one
and it,
left out of the metaphor. I don't know if she. Who knows? And she just bought a
but
house. That's a Lash and
so
Trick
I was about
Williams.
to say, salute to her and Trick buying a house, and that man is for real, for real. I ain't gonna mess with Trick Williams no more. The man is. You bought a house. This is real. I'm buying a house. I know how real this is, and the motherfucker still ain't got no t-shirt on. Just straight vest, key in hand. I'm like, this dude really don't wear a
He
shirt
don't
for real.
own shirts, bro. He don't own shirts.
So I ain't got nothing else to say about Trick Williams not wearing a shirt no more because he do it in real life. Like,
You gotta wear a shirt though. You can't be raw dogging everything. Like, come on, man. I
you
saw a
gotta get.
stat today.
Hey,
It said the Miz has 1,400 losses in the WWE. That's insane. That's a lot.
dog. When you say that shit like that, that motherfucker got 1,400 lost.
It's like
It's crazy.
1463 or something crazy. It's a lot.
Yeah, because they haven't just eaten pins. Like, yo, go ahead. Remember they had him lose to Snoop Dogg when at
Sergio
WrestleMania.
said WWE is bad. Oh yeah, Vinny Javon, he's gonna get it.
You gotta crawl before you walk. But yeah,
I missed this, but I
yeah,
want to ask you. Then we're gonna get up out of here. We're not gonna be on here too long. Friday's just a long day. It's a long watch. It's a 3-hour show. It's late at night, and we ain't trying to hold y'all hostage on a Friday. What did the YS6 do? I missed it.
oh man. So it was basically the tag team division doing their running with the promos. And the Wyatt 6 came in again because they kept mentioning the Wyatt 6. And DIY, they was like, look, moment of silence, you're killing the tag team division, moment of silence, boom. And when they did the moment of silence, the lights went out, came back up. Here's the Wyatt 6. They took out all the tag teams. Here's why it's dumb. Who is going in the tag team division from the Wyatt 6? We don't know. It's multiple people that could go in there, and it's like, what are we doing here? You Wyatt 6 is, I mean, they got a little life now. People are happy to see him, but I think I think it gets dumb. When is Nikki Cross going to get a match? Like at some
Because
point, the,
who
the
is the
gimmick is.
tag team in the YS6? Is it Gacy and Loomis?
I think so. I think Eric Rowan is going to be your single,
Yeah, Rowan's
even
a
though he's supposed
single.
to.
Bo's a single.
Yeah, I think it's. I think Gates and Loomis is it, but I mean, you just attacking the tag teams as a 5-man group with a female looks crazy because people can't defend. And they made a little thing tonight saying, we gotta come back for what is ours or some shit. But I don't know, man. Wyatt
Come
six to
back
me
for
was
what?
dead.
You didn't do anything. You didn't establish nothing. All we got from the Y6 is new DLC for WWE 2K24.
20, was it 24? Was it last year's? I think it was last year.
Yeah, that's all we got.
They
And
still ain't
pictures
been
of
on the
them at
PLE yet.
Whataburger. That's it died before it started when it was at Whataburger.
Damn.
Let me not mention food because the chat is really cheering for you to meet your goal, man. They
Yeah,
only
I
wait
gotta
for
be
you.
talking
You
tomorrow.
you put it out there, and they gonna hold you
I
to it.
did. I did. I gotta definitely win with a smaller number. So I probably have to run in the morning ASAP. ASAP.
I went to the gym at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Damn.
Then went back at like 9. for my neck all skinny, folks. We putting in the work. But chat, y'all got anything before we get up out of here? We're not gonna hold y'all too long. It's the end of the week. Like I say, Fridays we not trying to hold y'all. And what I was talking about earlier, we talked about this on Wednesday, so I'm gonna get a feel for what y'all think about it. Thinking about going back to covering NXT, but that means we won't be covering SmackDown. So that means we will be going live possibly Monday for Raw, Tuesday for NXT, and Wednesday for the Wednesday Night Wars. That way you have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday for you, unless there's a PLE premium live event or pay-per-view, because I'm going to always call them pay-per-views. And on Monday, we'll definitely touch on SmackDown because that's like the latest thing to happen. And that's what we've been talking about, just trying to decide if that's what we're going to do and if we want to do that. And if that's the case, this will probably be the last SmackDown recap for now. Unless SmackDown picks it up. The thing that made us have this conversation was we said we were going to ride the SmackDown recaps until they went back to 2 hours. But WWE said, we're not going to 2 hours. We're going to keep it at 3. And we said, well, we still want to go live, and NXT is cooking. And we actually missed covering NXT. Was my favorite thing to cover during the week because it was always something to talk about. So much to talk about. Sometimes we go 2-3 hours talking about NXT. So that's the conversation we're having right now. So we'll finalize some of that in the upcoming week and let y'all know. But Mondays is definitely happening. Wednesday Night Wars is definitely happening. It's just a matter if we're going to do Tuesdays or Fridays. Chat, y'all be in here with us. Let us know real quick how y'all feel about that. Then we're going to get up out of here so y'all get to y'all weekend. What the chat say? DNA in the chat. See, Adam said he going to bed. Yeah, it's
It's a lot. It's a lot. You come off 11 o'clock show and then you hoping it ended good. I don't know. We just gonna avoid the troll. I don't even know who he talking about. What he talking about. I think one more good one we could just be like, pew.
just do it now, man. Save him the trouble, man.
Saving the trouble. We can okay. We'll
Yes,
save the
hey,
trouble.
save him the trouble, man. We come in love, peace, and positivity over here. So you come in here with some foolishness, it's a real easy solution for that.
Oh shit! I almost clicked the wrong person.
Hey, boot them too. Like the block DNA. Yo, DNA,
Hey,
you having too much fun at the Knicks playoffs game. I see you freestyling. I see you with J.R. Smith.
hey,
You with all the old Knicks and the new Knicks. You shooting shots from the half court. You're in Madison Square Garden. You got the Bodega Cat shirt on. You're having too much fun. Yes,
Bodega
this is
Cat
me
shirt is kind of
hating.
fire too.
This is me hating on in front of the world. But nah, shout out to DNA, man. Shout out to New York.
Court shots is crazy
Shout
too.
out to the Knicks. I said it last time, when the Knicks are in the playoffs or the Knicks are doing good, it's just exciting. So hopefully they can get another win and take this thing and give us 7. And yeah, so shout out to the Knicks and all of the fans. And yeah, look at DNA's having the time of his life, man. And I ain't mad at him because the Knicks hadn't seen this far into the postseason
In a
in
minute.
20 years or something like that.
It's been a minute. And who is it against? The goddamn Pacers of all teams. The team who got a rivalry writ that goes back. Yeah, 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 absolutely.
Reggie Miller. And the fact that he called that game where Halliburton hit that shot and did that, you couldn't write a better script. But yeah, we'll see what happens with the Knicks. So shout out to the Knicks, man. I'm rooting for them. And I
What?
put,
You root for the Knicks?
huh? Yeah,
You root for
yeah,
the shit?
rooting for the Knicks, man.
Okay.
I'm New York
Okay.
adjacent. I lived in Jersey. You know what I mean?
Hey, I fucks with it. I used to watch the MSG channel growing up, so I'm definitely the Knicks fan.
I
You know what I'm
grew up
saying?
in. Not grew up. I lived in Jersey. I know about the Banana King. You know what I'm saying? I lived off the 110. You know what I mean? That
Mm.
Sonic off Magnolia saved my life, man. What y'all know about Elizabeth, New Jersey? Come on, baby. Yeah, I was in Elizabeth, chilling. Then I had to get up out of there.
Damn. Well, shit, we might have to do the same, man.
When was the last time you lived in Elizabeth? Because I was in New York in like 2013.
I left Jersey. I left Jersey in the year 2000.
Okay, so yeah, you
My whole family stayed there virtually,
You
but
skated.
I've been gone for 25 years. I ain't moving back.
What was it? Yeah, Jersey's a little different. Jersey's a little different.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I'm
chat.
good.
Let me see. Check this chat one more time before we get up out of here. Hey, Lakers in 5, man. Hey, Polo, I feel you, dog.
Lakers at 5 is crazy.
25 years, DNA said. So they's having a good time in New York, man. Chad, we about to get up out of here. Shout out to the Click in the building. That is King HP's team. Shout out to the Horseman 97. That is my team. Wednesday Night Wars. We'll see y'all this Wednesday where we fantasy booking. We taking 3 matches and changing the outcome and seeing what could have been, unless something crazy happens in the world of wrestling. If not, we will see y'all Monday for the Monday Night Raw recap. And like I said, we'll let y'all know Wednesday what we decide about NXT or SmackDown. But we'll talk to y'all about that.
You know
Again, hope
what
this
happened?
week was good to you.
SmackDown on
Hope this week was good for you. Hope this weekend is everything you need it to be and want it to be. Again, shout out to the Click. Shout out to the Horseman 97. That is King HP. I'm the Archie Carter. HP, got anything you want the people to know about?
Nah, man, I'm just ready for Monday Night Raw. And this Sunday, tap in Harper's University, you know what I'm saying? We'll be covering from, so you know what it is.
Yeah, nah.
And if you want a slick t-shirt,
I recorded
definitely
9
DM me.
songs in 2 days. I got a couple new projects coming up. Got a couple conventions I'm about to hit, and a brand new episode of Pro Wrestling 225 Unleashed is out now. I opened the show with Property Itself and the Russell Twins. The Russell Twins are actually killing it. Both of these teams are killing it right now. They made the PWI Top 500 Tag Team Black Wrestlers last year, so working with some real good talents down in the Southeast. And yeah, man, we about to get up out of here. We'll see y'all Monday. Attitude Era Podcast. We out. You heard? Deuces. HP going to sleep. He sleep already, DNA. He sleep right now.
Shit, nah.